Hey folks, welcome back to Let's Play Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. I'm Mysterious JG. Last time, the game presented us with a really fun concept for killing a room full of mobsters, a chainsaw. Unfortunately, all of the mobsters, or not necessarily the mobsters, but their security, all had, a bunch of machine guns, which made a chainsaw kind of not the way to go. We got a rush. We got figuratively cut down when we were trying to literally cut them down. So instead, what we should do is do what you would normally do in these situations in GTA and use a gun. The lock. So we're going to go back and attempt this mission again. And I have had a night's sleep since I was last recording this game, but I still remember the irritation that was having to get to an airport and take off in a plane and fly. Like, why wouldn't he just... Salvatore, you wouldn't expect your thugs to fly the plane for you. Buy him a ticket to Liberty City. Unless the idea is that...
Just feel the weight of the weapons, sweetheart.
I feel the weight of your weapon area.
Feel the weight of someone's weapon.
But unless the notion is that, like, oh, well, last time...
Can I fucking go now? I'll fucking...
Some mafia, other than the one that we're working for now, sent people to kill Salvatore, and their plane was intercepted because it was an authorized flight and we knew what they were on. So now, I don't feel like watching this again. So now Carl has to, why didn't I watch it? It's a fun cinema scene. And why was I talking about not skipping cinema scenes and then I skipped that one? I guess it would have been weird to watch one and not the other. But no, it's, I guess my headcanon is, oh, the plot to whack Salvatore failed because Salvatore became aware that assassins were flying to see him and somehow figured out what flight they were on and therefore was able to send someone to eliminate them. So now he is sending someone to kill mafiosos in Liberty City, and he's going to have the plane get stolen, so there's no official record that CJ is coming. It doesn't make sense. I'm trying to create headcanon around why CJ is stealing a plane to fly to Liberty City.
Pilots are looking younger these days.
And why did I ditch the car? I should have kept the car so I didn't have to do all this running. Whatever. This will help me lose some of that fat that I'm actually trying to keep on. Another weird aspect of I'm not trying to get this series done as soon as possible, but I'm not looking for a lot of stuff to do off screen. I'm now starting to wonder, am I going to get around to dating all the girlfriends? Because I was convinced that I would do a full girlfriend to clear at one point. Now I'm no longer sure I'm going to be bothering with that. She's a cheater? Being very hard on Jane. He needs some elbow room so he can boom shakalaka boom. Oh well, it doesn't take that long to fly to Liberty City. I guess this is the default view? Or is it this? You see, now I shouldn't have started messing with the camera because I'm not sure what our normal view is. Normal view. Normal view. Normal view. Normal view. Here comes a gentleman from the dark side. Okay, never mind what I said about how the flight doesn't take that long. I guess I'd forgotten just how freaking far off of the map. Like, what is the purpose of making us get that far away from where the map ends? Alright. Okay. I guess they're giving you a huge buffer of area you can swim before you get some kind of game over message. Oh, that's nice. That is not a pre-programmed joke thing that happens. That's just the game decided to run some woman over.
Private function, invitation only. Oh yeah? Mr. Leone says otherwise.
I love the idea of killing them with the... I mean, at least I can use the shotgun. That's...
You asshole. Get ugly?
Okay. This is a fun mission, and we can't ever revisit this place. Oh, gosh, I guess, yeah, you, fine, I'll kill you with a chainsaw. Run away, train never coming back. Wrong way down a runway track.
It's my constitutional right, bitch. Don't blame me, blame yourself.
Blame God. Blame yourself for God, excuse me. Okay, so I started out doing this much better than last time, and it kind of fell apart. I love the idea of St. Mark's Bistro, though. It's just like refined music playing, and it's just completely full of mafiosos with shotguns. Private function only. It's like, it's hard to see. Honestly, it's hard to see this as being a place that would cater to CJ anyway. I'm trying to remember how the cover mechanic even works. If I really wanted to, how would I get on a wall at this point? Because I know around this corner, a guy's gonna try to shoot me. Yeah. I got all the bonus armor and bonus health, and look at how I'm not avoiding hits like I'm supposed to.
Now will you be quiet?
Either a guy's gonna pop out of that door, or I'm gonna turn and have stairs down. See, now it's my chance to have
Now you better shut up. Should have stayed the fuck out my way.
Okay.
Hey, what was you saying?
Getting pretty close to... Is that it? Did I get the guy? Okay, I won the mission. I remember thinking it was cool that you got to go to Liberty City. But yeah, the mission itself is just like, it's another like conceptually it's cool. You get to go to Liberty City because you got to remember. Yeah, I played Grand Theft Auto 3 and I took a little break and pretty much jumped right into this after Grand Theft Auto 3, didn't I? I took a little break. But yeah, there was many years between GTA 3 and this game for those of us who played them as they came out on the original hardware, and it was really nostalgic to go to St. Mark's Bistro, even if it was essentially just another mission where you're inside a building that you can't otherwise access, fighting dudes. So we're supposed to go to the airport. Okay, let's go to the airport. As a matter of fact, let's find out if landing at CJ's airport is acceptable. I am curious. I want to find this out. And we will listen to Barracuda as we return from our murder mission. Coming up in the next episode, murder mission. Tenchi Universe, murder mission. I'm curious if we can fail this mission by, if I land at the wrong airfield, will the mission just not be over until I reach that yellow marker? And if so, I'll just drive to it. I don't actually care about retaining one of these planes. This would be this is like a Learjet. It would be a cool plane for CJ to have in his private hangar. But currently the private hangar is full of like rhinos, so I'd rather have those. By which I mean the in-game tank, not like, he doesn't have rhinoceroses.
Jesus, did someone screw their mother?
What? What did he just say? Did someone screw their mother? Oh. I snuck up on my own airfield a little bit there. I'm not ready to land yet. Okay, let's
But no, they look at you as just a dad. There's the typing pool at
what
work.
the hell is that building? Tierra Robata. I don't know what that building is, but now it's really interesting to me because it's like a little concrete bunker. I wonder if that's going to pop up in a mission.
Teddy bear than a tiger. Do you whack off in your minivan while listening to Teen Pop? You know, you'll be dead soon. You've missed out on so much. It's not too late to make a change. At the Midlife Crisis Center, we know you've made a success of yourself. Why are you sharing it with others? Why not enjoy it while you have a chance? What's holding you
Okay,
back?
let's try not to mess this up, JG, but
We'll get you to the other side of your despair. We specialize in real estate, divorce attorneys, mistress...
And okay, I'm on more or less the right
plastic
track.
surgery, hair coloring and replacement, male fur coats, and much more. With a designer clothing store and sports car dealership on site, the Midlife Crisis Center will help you discover life while you still can. Come with your wife, leave with a sports car. While you've made a success of yourself, her chest has gone south. How can you have that trollop on your arm for a second?
Okay, I've got to fly to Las Venturas Airport. It is not acceptable to go somewhere else. I am assuming from the way that that text played out too that I will, if I paradropped out of this thing, it would be game over. Okay, fine, I tried. I can't be sure that other missions would work this way that require you to land the plane, but I wanted to try at least once, and I think what we found is that, yeah, if it tells you to, if it puts a little marker on the ground, you need to land at that airport. You can't just pick an airport. And if the vehicle is destroyed or abandoned, you lose. Meanwhile, we're flying over the desert and listening to this song. Flew through the desert on a plane with no name.
Flight CJ-101 out of Liberty City, requesting final approach to Las Venturas International. Over.
I guess that's a joke. Because there wouldn't be a flight CJ-1 that would be like a legally registered flight. Because I was wondering, like when he started talking, I wonder, oh, is there going to be like a is there another aspect of this mission I forgot about where now we're going to have the police after us because we illegally stole an airplane and used it, you know, as part of a murder, and then... But apparently not. They're fine with us having stolen a plane and flown to Liberty City to kill somebody. Alright. I keep mis-timing these turns. I'm probably too freaking close to the airport to set this up. Yeah, I still am. I should have gone farther before I bothered to try to turn around. Well, hold on. Can probably... This is stupid. But I can probably pull this off. It won't be a clean landing. We'll get it down without blowing up, but... That was not a nice, smooth approach in landing. It's just like, yeah, I can get... It's like I'm moving slow enough, I can get it down without crashing. Is this good enough, being at this airport? Yes. $20,000 plus respect. But, where's the actual... Yeah, it's by the starting point for the races is where you can get in and out of here easily. So let's, as last time, let's just drive the plane like a car over to where it's convenient to get out of the airport.
Carl, what's up? It's your brother.
Hey, what's up, man? You okay?
Not really. I'm stuck in a cell between two lunatics. And people keep trying to jump me. This shit ain't cool, partner. You looking after Kendall?
Nah, she looking after me.
Right. That's cool.
I'm gonna get you out of there, though, man.
Oh, you ain't, nigga. Who do you think you are? I'm here for life. I guess I've grown used to it now.
Anyway, nice chatting.
Man. I'm working shit out. Whatever it takes.
That's a negative. I'm through hoping. Have a nice life, brother.
Hold on, man. I'm getting shit worked out for you. Just hang in there. Sweet. Shit.
Sweet. Answer me. Sweet.
Hey, this is robbery. Don't make it a
I guess that's just the game's way of reminding you that you have a brother named Sweet who's in prison because it's been a while. Because that wasn't a very uplifting conversation, or one that gives us much of a notion of where we should be going and what we should be doing. But anyway, there's another... We keep going back and forth between Caligula missions and Four Dragons Casino missions, but I'm guessing the Caligula missions have to be where we're going now to get the story moving, because we got Rosenberg and his Vice City characters. I don't know what's meant to happen to them now, but we got them out of the city alive, so they will not... We like them for some reason. CJ's... He's a different sort of character in some ways. He's actually... For a Grand Theft Auto protagonist, he seems pretty magnanimous and good. Like, he doesn't want... Oh, hold on. Game cell phone, hold on.
Hello?
Hey, Carl, my boy.
Mr. Leone.
Everybody's talking about the job you did on that St. Mark's Bistro.
Thank you, Mr. Leone.
And you took care of those 3 loose ends?
Yeah, those poor saps ran into a little trouble along the way. You won't be hearing from Mr. Rosenberg again.
Good boy. Now listen, you're gonna have to keep a low profile or people will start to make connections. So let's keep our distance for a while, huh? I'll call you.
Thank you, Mr. Leone.
Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, so CJ... In part because it's kind of good writing to position the protagonist if we're supposed to like them. Oh, okay, you know what? I guess they don't want me going on a big rant, and maybe they're right.
Hello?
Hey, CJ, what's up with you? Are we doing this heist or have you gone soft on me again?
Hey, check it. Them fools been shipped out of the Venturas. Salvatore think I'm cool, so it's on. I'll meet you back at the Dragon.
Okay, cool. Later.
Woozy, are you just using me for my ability to rob enemy casinos? I thought the heist missions were separate from the missions about protecting the 4 dragons, but I guess I'm confused. Now I feel like I haven't waited long enough for people, Because again, I'm trying to stay a week or two ahead on videos. You know, for things like, you know, I spend a weekend visiting family instead of recording. I don't miss my incredibly important obligations to my subscribers who don't pay me anything, other than the occasional comment, which I don't even get a lot of those. But what was I getting at here? Yeah, I haven't given people time to say whether they want the heist mission chain, which is separate, to pop up before or after the main story is resolved. But now Woozy's acting like he wants me to hurry up with the heist missions. I thought the missions protecting the Fort Dragon Casino were totally separate.
If the cops ask, you didn't get it here, okay?
But the placement of that call suggests that this new mission at the Four Dragons Casino is the one that Woozy's talking about. Because we specifically tell him we got rid of those guys at the Caligula. Now, there's no scene in the story where we talk to Woozy about the guys at the Caligula, but that was what I was trying to... See, I don't know. The Hustler is one of your rewards for getting a full relationship with Denise, the first girlfriend you get. But I'm not even sure if... Does the car just spawn by itself in... Los Venturas, or is it only spawning here because I already have access to it through the dating thing? But what I've been trying to get to, for purposes of just going on a long rambling discussion of the game writing, is the protagonists of these games. It's kind of interesting how it has worked. Because we start out with, I guess now we're calling him Claude, the protagonist of GTA 3. He's completely mute. Like, it's kind of comical the way they make him, like the Chrono from Chrono Trigger, mute protagonist. In theory, this is a thing you do so that the player can just project themselves into the game universe. But with Claude, it almost becomes a joke. He just, like, drifts around, viciously murdering whoever the last person he spoke to told him to kill. And the first time he shows any kind of sense of his own will is at the end of the game, where he shoots Maria when she starts, like, just talking endlessly. And then Tommy Vercetti, he's got some fun dialogue, and you side with him by the end of the game, but he does come across as a bit of a psychopath, like, for sure. CJ is, like, the first character. He's into the gang-banging mentality, and he feels guilty about having not stuck with this gang when he gets back into Los Santos. And there's points where he's like, you know, when Kendra's talking about property man, it's like, what, you want me to go to school, become an accountant? Like, that's not... But he doesn't come across as being like a vicious psychopath who's killing people for fun. And when he meets these guys, and they're kind of indebted to him, not vice versa, but he's kind of like... And again, this is good writing, because even if they're not correct in their assumption, the writers are assuming we have some fondness for these characters who are our allies in Vice City, the previous game. So they write it in such a way that we're with CJ when CJ kind of spares them. CJ goes out of his way to make sure those poor hapless guys don't get killed. Whereas, like, Salvatore Leone, we do this favor for Salvatore Leone, and CJ's not going to kill Salvatore Leone because that will create a temporal paradox. But yeah, Salvatore Leone, who we know to be a scumbag because of how he treats Claude in GTA 3, CJ is willing to lie to him and use him for his own ends. Where was I going with all this? They continue to go this way. Like, Nico is the hero of GTA 4, and there's a lot of things I like about GTA 4. There's some things about GTA 4 I don't like, and I don't know how soon I'll get around to playing it on this channel. But Nico he's like, the terrible things he's basically forced into doing. Like, it doesn't seem like he wants to be doing this kind of stuff. And then GTA 5 just goes in a really strange direction with it. You've got this gangbanger. He's got kind of like CJ Light, but he's trying to get out of that. And then you've got Michael, he's the weird, like, he's a family man. Like, they do a lot of stuff in the writing with Michael that I find actually pretty damn amusing, where he's like, he has a son who's disappointing because he's just like a video game addicted dork, through which, and I think their audience is cognizant of it and is in on the joke, GTA 5 makes fun of people who just play video games all the time. And then Trevor is just like an all-out psycho. It's like it's like they're trying to, I hadn't even thought about this before, it's like they're trying to get all three of the protagonists. It's like they have Claude, except that now he has to talk, and they've got All right, I'm going off into an even longer tangent than I expected. But yeah, CJ is like, he goes out of his way to protect these guys, and there's no real in-universe reason for him to do it, other than the fact that for a guy who's killed a whole lot of people over the course of this game, CJ's maybe not that bad a guy. Anyway, I've lost track of where I am in the video, and if I hadn't gone into that long rant, I probably could have gotten going on something else. But now we're most of the way through the video, so we did just save. The next mission we've got is at the casino anyway. Let's ignore the side plot about robbing a casino, because I don't even know if it's Caligula's place that we rob. I'll tell you what, I'm going to look up those side missions about the heist, because now I'm curious, do we even rob the same casino? What was it? Oh, it's probably, that's right. You're going to have all these missions about using the slot machine. Not missions, but messages. But we'll line ourselves up for the next main story mission. And that was a good time to get a little reminder that Sweet's in prison. Sweet has given up hope. Sweet believes he's going to be spending the rest of his life in prison. So he just kind of I guess he gets a call once a month, and he's just checking to make sure we're okay, but he doesn't even want to talk to us because he's just despondent. We can't just forget about Sweet. CJ doesn't really seem to have a plan to get Sweet out of prison, but at the same time, what the fuck could his plan be? Like, whatever else is going on, Sweet was a gangbanger. He's in prison for gangbanging. Even though he was set up by corrupt cops, it's not like CJ really has the power to get him out. So the story will progress and things will happen, but he's like he says he's trying to set up things to save Sweet. Is that even true? If you think about it, CJ seems to believe that he's working to help Sweet, but it's kind of hard to see how. Like, as the player, we're just going along with the story. We don't really have a whole lot of agency over trying to get Sweet out regardless. But we have made some allies along the way who might be able to help us, but it's easier to see how they can help us defeat Big Smoke and restore the Grove than it is to see how we can do anything other than Sweet, other than say, keep your nose clean in there, try to be a model prisoner, and when you get out, we'll have, cleaned up the neighborhood a little bit. Like, it doesn't seem like we have anything else we can do for Sweet. But maybe I'm wrong. And maybe we'll find out in the next couple of videos. Because, as far as the main story goes, I believe at this point we're certainly more than 2/3 of the way. I think we're more like more than 3/4 of the way through the main story. This one starts to fall into place very quickly at the end. Which, now that I think about it, Vice City did too. It's like you're doing all these missions and then suddenly, boom, the Mafia is coming into town to get you, and that's how the story ends. And there's only really 2 missions about that. This game, similarly, suddenly the end game of the story is on. And that's coming soon. GTA 3 actually eased into it a little bit more because you've got a fairly lengthy war against Catalina and the Colombians before that resolves. But I'm just ranting now. Oh, you know what? In fairness, I'm trying to think this through. I got caught up in the mission to go to Liberty City, but we whacked Pulaski. So I'm thinking about this all wrong. We've got 3 separate and yet connected story threads here that have to resolve. It's Sweet, it's Smoke, and it's Tenpenny. Tenpenny is the connecting factor. Because if Tenpenny's deeds come to light, that could affect the Sweet storyline. I honestly don't remember exactly how that all goes, but the main thing is the Tenpenny stuff has to be coming to a head because he sent Pulaski into the desert to kill Fernandez and us. We were not supposed to come back from that mission alive. There's various missions we've done for Tenpenny and Crash where we could have died, and it would have been kind of like we were used as their pawn because we were expendable to them. But it's pretty clear. We were supposed to dig a grave for ourselves and Fernandez, and we came back. And I blanked on it. I was so happy to kill Pulaski because he was such an asshole, and they really did a great job. The guy who played Pulaski, I don't remember the actor's name, He passed away, and it's a shame because I've seen a handful of things he's in, including this game as a voice actor and obviously Reservoir Dogs. I never really saw him play anything outside of this kind of like gritty. In this game, he's a crooked cop. In Reservoir Dogs, he's a mafia guy. So I've never seen him play anything outside of like the gritty crime drama stuff. But he's really good. At any rate, he was so satisfying as a villain that I got caught up in enjoying the fact that we got to kill him. But I hadn't thought about what this means for the story. And now I've gone over 30 minutes just chatting. So when we come back next time, we'll continue the story. And because it's Grand Theft Auto, the story's going to play out in the form of missions, and eventually we'll have a mission that will have something to do with Tenpenny, but for right now it feels like things have to come to a head pretty soon because we killed the other corrupt cops who were working with Tenpenny. Now it's just down to Tenpenny, and we know a lot of shit. I don't know that we can prove anything. But we were meant to be a loose end to be tied up, and we are flapping. So we'll see where that goes. Maybe not next time, but in future videos. Bye-bye.